Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are well. My name is WMJ, and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for pressing play. I know it's been a long time coming. You guys have probably haven't seen me sitting down like this in quite a long time. And listen, I'm taking my L when it comes to that. And this is the reason why we are doing this challenge even to begin with, because we are trying to, build up our consistency, build up our discipline. And man, it's been a jump. So I'm finally here. So if you're seeing my face for the first time, thank you so much. Thank you so much for clicking that play button, and thank you so much for coming through. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit that notification bell, and also please give this video a thumbs up, because when you give it a thumbs up, people like you also see it, and then we grow the family, and if you really, really, really like what we do here, watch or really want to see what we do here, go watch some of the other videos. I'm sure you're going to enjoy some of the stuff that I do. I do mostly lifestyle content, so it's travel, it's mindfulness, Christianity, music, traveling, every single thing that really encapsulates a whole human being. I normally say that this channel is for people who are on fire for God, people who are passionate about purpose, as well as enthusiastic about life and the future. So if you believe that's who you are, if you believe you are like me, please do ensure then that you hit that subscribe button so you can join the family. So if you are one of those people who have just been supporting me, man, am I not grateful for you? Am I not grateful that you keep on coming back? All 2,000 of you keep on just coming back. Some of you really call, some of you text, some of you just, what? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. There's been a big funk when it comes to this channel. There's been so many ups, there's been so many downs. This is like the 4th, 5th year, and we are still, However, I really believe that, this season is going to really change a lot for me. This season is going to change a lot of the way I do things. And I know I'm going to start seeing a lot of people also come through here. And I've been seeing a bit of growth on my other social media platforms, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful to God that I'm able to reach more people with this kind of positivity, with this kind of mindfulness, with this kind of greater positive thinking, and the ability for us to really live in our purpose and to live the best life that we can, because we are really here once. We are really going to do this life thing once, and if you don't do it to the best of your ability, you may not be happy with the result. So let's gather around, let's do what we need to do, and I hope you're going to like what we do here. I'm not gonna blab on and talk for long. This video is going to be quite short, so let's jump straight into it.
Your command, I not gonna move till you command. Me I go there when you command, but I go run if you command. Hey, I for Calvary, command. Hey, in my eyes I know you before. You be my desire. Now you dey fight my fire. Tell nobody till December. Now you be my sustainer.
So in this video today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about a challenge that I have started doing from the 1st of October. The channel is called 75 Day Hard, and it's been hard. It's been really hard. It's been challenging, and mentally, physically, and emotionally to a certain extent, because not only did I start looking at some of the things that I do as a person, I was also very open to digging deep into my emotions, digging deep into my emotional well-being, my physical well-being, and my psychological well-being, because it's very important that over and above the spiritual work that we do, we ensure that these things are in check. And of course, as part of the 75 Day Hard, I did add the spiritual stuff that I do in terms of your prayers, your meditations, your prayer, or your praise and worship time, your worship time that you would then dedicate to the Lord. So it's been very different for me, because it's something that I do consistently. However, it was very intentional in the way I was doing it. It was very bull's-eyed. Like, I knew exactly what I wanted to do and how I'm going to do it. Days are not the same. Some days are easier than others, but also some days you need to have that grit more. I was in a point this year where I really didn't know what was going on. Like, it was one of those things where you just like, hang on, what am I doing? Back up, what am I doing? I had been going through a lot of emotional or negative emotional cycles where I'm constantly feeling agitated about something. I'm constantly feeling annoyed. I'm constantly feeling frustrated. I'm constantly feeling like I'm being pulled down, and I really thought that this was one of those things that I can then add, to. So let's talk about the challenge in its purest form, or in the way that most people know it. Most people understand the challenge to be something that is purely physical, where you are drinking water, you are going to the gym for an hour, so you work outside for an hour, and then you work out inside for an hour. You walk barefoot somewhere. There's one that has that. But then you also do reading of 10 pages of a book that is non-fictional, so it's something that you can learn, and something that should probably be out of your normal thing. So you are going to be learning something new, a new skill or whatever it is. And then I mentioned all of them that are typically what's there. So what I then added for me was the prayers in the morning, the prayers in the evening, also dedicating an hour, firstly an hour to meditation and praise and worship, as well as journaling. Yes, journaling is also important, and we also have it in the previous, the generic one. So journaling, very important. Write down how you feel, as well as what I normally do is take pictures. I take pictures every day. So I have like 130 something pictures on my camera roll. So I take pictures every single day. So that's one of the things that also sit in the challenge for you to take pictures. Document yourself, document how you look, and all and all and all. So what I've been doing is also I have added reels. So I vlog throughout the day. I normally vlog throughout the day vele on my Instagram stories. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm just gonna hold it here so that you can do that. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I do that all the time already. So what I normally do is that I post my stories. You'll see me from the gym, then I go to work, and then I go somewhere else. I grab coffee. I see, I have stories of myself singing in the car. Like, I would normally just document that. So what I've now done is that I mash it up, and what it's also done for me is that it has helped me become a little bit more intentional about some of the information that I put out there, because then I can then see, how my days look, and what are some of the things that I did yesterday that I didn't do today, or vice versa, and really, really enjoying it. I'm not even gonna front. So I'm gonna quickly go into the purpose. Why did I decide to do this? I did mention in terms of emotionally what I was going through, but I had also hit a plateau, when it comes to gym and my weight loss and all of those things. So if you've been around for a while, you'll know that I've been one of those people who really has been struggling with their weight for a long time. I've always been a big boy from the time I was young, and I've really spoken about that in a while ago in one of my videos. I'll add that video here. But I've always struggled. I've always done challenges. This is not my first challenge, by the way, but I've always been prone to it. But sometimes, the thing you start, and then you lack the consistency and the motivation to keep going. And I don't know why. I just felt like the Spirit of God was really speaking to me to say, this one you can do and you can finish, And even after I do it, and even after I finish it, I want it to be a part of my life. I want it to be something that I do, because my desire over the past couple of months was to just live a better quality of life. I really desired it. I desired to live a life that has a good quality. You can have a shoe, you can have a car, but is it good quality? Like, quality man. This thing is good quality. You're living a wholesome, full, content, life ring. You wake up in the morning and your things are okay, you're waking up at the right time, you are waking up in the right space. Kuri, I hope I'm explaining it properly, but that's really how I just felt. And I was like, I need to do something. I really, really need to do something to get out of this funk, because the funk was funking, and I was just like, I'm tired, and I was getting more tired, and my body was full of toxins, and it was full of toxins. I was addicted to Red Bull, for example. I could drink I could drink 6, 7 Red Bulls in 2 days. At the most, I could shapa 4 a day. Like I could hit 1 in the morning and then 2 during the day and then another 1 at night. And I'd still be able to sleep because I would tire my body out so much. I would work so hard throughout the day doing things. And also that's another thing, aimlessly, like being so busy but not productive. Like there was a time, and you know, I'll talk about this in another video, where I was chronically fatigued and I was thinking I'm performing. You know, I'm performing, I'm doing what is supposed to be done, I'm busy, I'm out there, I'm pushing, I'm hustling, but it was taking a toll on my body, and I was then not able to really do what I thought I was doing, you know, because my body was giving up on me, and in a very bad way. And the motivation then to then do this challenge was just that I really want to live a better quality of life. I want to improve the quality of life that I'm living. I just want to, like, every facet of my life. So I sit with myself now, especially in my journaling sessions, where I literally ask myself very deep and intimate questions, and I say, Tumi, what is this and what does it mean? You know, and for the past 25 days, I'm happy to report that I have not really I forgot to add Coke. When you're talking about addictions, I forgot to add Coke and garage pies. So yeah, for the past 25 days, I've really just been very cognizant about what I eat, very intentional about not putting toxins in the body, and toxins in terms of your Red Bulls, your Cokes, and you know, and all of those other beautiful things, you know, stuffing yourself with chocolate and all of those things, like going to pantry and getting so much ice cream and just stuffing yourself. It's not bad. I'm not saying like you shouldn't have ice cream, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I trust that you know what I'm saying. And if you don't, really, it's okay. But for now, right now, you know what I'm saying. And I trust the Spirit of God to decode it for you, to actually know what I'm trying to communicate to you. So that's what I had been doing, and that's what I was focusing on. And over and above this, right, the purpose of it, I want to tell you guys now about my experience. You know, the first couple of days were so rough, and I was an emotional mess. You know, September is normally really a very tough month for me, because that's the month where I lost my dad, and it's normally a tough month, you know. And I went home to go see my mom and to go check my dad's grave and all of that, as I normally do. And me and my mom just had a very difficult conversation, and the conversations we were having showed me that I need to do stuff. There's stuff that I need to do. There's, like, you know, you need to do stuff. You need to work hard, you know, and your working hard needs to be a place where, you know, your work ethic, your business acumen and grace meets, you know, where your personality, your ability and capabilities meet, you know, where your drive for wanting to look good and your drive for wanting to be disciplined meet, where you then see your life needs to be wholesome, and it needs to be so well-rounded that you are able to do things that, because you're so talented in different places, you are able to do things that bring these parts together and make you have such a beautiful product, you know, beautiful end product. So I then decided, you know what, I'm definitely taking this leap. I'm going to do it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging, but I'm definitely going to do it. So first couple of days, yeah. Yeah. They were hard, you know, they were hard. And I'm grateful for the people that are around me. You know, the people that are around me really love me. You know, I know that the people that are around me love me, and I'm grateful to God that He's given me people like that, because being an only child, sometimes it can get very lonely. And those were the kind of conversations I was having with myself. But my body was also taking a toll, because I worked out from Monday to Saturday, and on Sundays I was swimming. So that's my plan. My plan is Monday to Sunday I literally do the runs and then do the gym sets, and then on Sundays I swim and then I do stretching so that my body can also just recover a bit. So I'm still burning the same amount of calories. That's the plan, still burning the same amount of calories, and which the goal is 1,000 calories a day. So by the time I leave the gym in the morning, I need to have already hit the 1,000. So whatever else I'm doing is really addition to that, because you are gonna consume food anyway. So calorie deficit story chat, really, that's where we are. I'm sure a lot of us have heard about calorie deficit and all of those things. But I was also tempted, and I don't want to lie. I was really tempted, especially in the first week, to just be like, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe I should have just taken the big O. And then, funny enough, I was sitting at the gym, doing my thing, trying to get myself in the mood. And then this guy just walked up to me and said, you probably need to want to take the big O, hey? And I was like, He's like, yeah, the big O, sign on some paper, And I was just like, whoa, okay, is that what they call it? And I was just really tired of the fact that I'm also just such a target, because when you go to the gym, you can be such a target for personal trainers. So every time somebody sees you, they're already seeing he comes every day, so he clearly already has the discipline. So all I need to do is just keep and then he's just gonna delay my progress, and then so then I was just really tired. It was like the 8th or the 9th day, and there was just one of those days I woke up and I was just like, I'm so tired, I'm tired. It was a Monday and I was hungover, and I'm like, why am I hungover? Why? My head is pounding, my eyes, I'm like, why? What's going on? What, like, this morning I'm ngipakati kwamadambi, honestly ndipakati kwamadambi, because kemadambi take moyone. Look at me, ndijonge yaphela. What's going on? And it was getting so hard, and then I finally then decided, you know what, I'm going to keep going. I kept on going, and also the food part was difficult. I was trying as much as possible not to eat certain things, but also your body craves what it craves. So I was the kind of person that snacks. I will snack, I'll get chips, I'll get chocolate, I'll get a Coke. I used to have that combo. If you know that shop that sells and gives you points. You buy 3 and you get 1 free. So that was me. I'd get the 3 and on. I knew I'll get 1 free, and that would just be my quick snack, and I'll just be snacking on it. And of course, it's a chocolate, it's a Coke, and a packet of chips, And that on its own can easily be 2,000 calories. So imagine having that every day. Of course, you're going to gain the weight, and sometimes you may be eating right, or you may be working out, which is what was happening. I was working out. I was going out to the gym every day. There was even a time I was doing 21Ks over the weekends. However, the habits that I'm doing during the week are pushing me back, are pulling me back, because I have that thing of, oh no, but I was over the weekend, I'm gonna do the 21K. So and also the 21Ks would be so hard. They would be so, because you're filling yourself and you're filling your stomach with all of these toxins over the week, and then by the time weekend comes, you're so tired. You're gonna do the run, but even after the run, you're still gonna tire yourself even more by getting even more toxins in your body. So it was just the first couple of weeks was really hard, Then got into the second week. I was getting there, and the Spirit of God was really there with me, man. Like, he would advise me, he would tell me what to do, and I would blunder. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, because that I believe in honesty. That is how the progression happens, right? I would blunder because the Spirit of God would tell me stuff, and I wouldn't do it. And I would be second guessing myself, and I'd just be like, maybe not, maybe it's my mind, maybe it's experience. Because also, losing weight once and then doing it successfully and then coming back and trying to do it again sometimes becomes a problem. Sometimes becomes a problem because you think you know, but you don't really know, because your body has changed. You've experienced different things, or you experienced difficult situations. You've come out, but now it's different. It's no longer the way it used to be. But your mind is saying one thing, but your body's not complying, and it becomes even easier to sustain injuries and all of those things. So I was just at that point, where I would just not know if it's my spirit, if it's my mind. I would just be like in a place where I'm just like, yo, ziveze baba, sibone ukuthi uwe, like, yo. And then that is where, the continuous praying, the continuous applications, the continuous worships, the continuous sitting down with the Lord and just really meditating, listening to sermons, listening to messages, God would just pop up. Like, I'll just be thinking about something and he'd be like, yes, I'll be listening to Mike Todd, I'll be listening to Stephen Furtick, I'll be listening to Pastor Chris, and then that is what he says. I would literally go to Balcony Sundays. So you guys, you liked the Balcony Sunday vlog, huh? You like it, huh? You like it? You like it? Go like it, go watch it, and go like it. I'll put it here, huh? Put it here. So... So I'll go to Balcony Sunday, would be talking about something, and my friends, just literally have that conversation, and the thing pops up, and I'll just be like, yes, this is exactly what it is. This is exactly what God has put out there for me, and this is what I believe. So I'm really, really excited with how things have been going. There are a lot of negative emotions, and the downside about it also is the fact that sometimes people just don't believe, and the fact that you're putting this out on social media, don't think everybody's looking at you and thinking, oh my God, you're doing so well. Some people are literally just looking at you and be like, I don't pay mind to those people because I'm honestly such a serial optimist. So I never think that you are thinking bad. Because why should I automatically assume that you are thinking something bad? I'm not naive. However, I'm not going to think that your first point of call is to think something bad. So unfortunately, that does happen where I don't think that this is bad, but you know that what you're doing is bad. So it becomes very problematic. So it's not always easy. Not everybody's going to enjoy what you're doing. Not everybody's going to like the progress. Some people are going to, show you some underhanded compliments. And I'm always just like, oh, is it? No, don't worry. But also, I'm also that guy normally, generally, that sometimes get misconstrued for bullying. And no, that's not the case. But, and sometimes, if you give it, you have to take it. So that's why sometimes I really just don't think that you are malicious in your intent. So try as much as possible that if you plan to do something like this, you don't really open up yourself to negative commentary, negative emotions. If you know that somebody is normally very, try stay clear from them, especially around this time, because you will also be very snappy. I was snappy, man. I was snappy. And I would even say it in my blog. I'd literally be like, I'm going to the office. I hope nobody pisses me off. I'm going to the office and I hope none of my colleagues stand in my way because I'm going to knock you by the head. But thank God none of that happened. And I'm looking forward to it not happening, because I honestly believe that the work that I'm doing is going to help me become a better human being, become a better Christian. It's going to round me so well that by the time we are done, I'm just like, I'm really, really glad and grateful to God that I did this, Over and above it, 75 days is a good day. It's a good number of days. Over and above it, 75 days is a good number of days for you to pick up habits, and dismantle old ones and replace and do the great things. What has really stood out for me is that over the past couple of weeks is that, number one, I really deserve God's plans and purposes for my life. God has plans for us. He's got a purpose for your life. He's got a will. There's a will that God looks at you and says, for this particular person, this is what I want. And for me, I believe, and I really, really am resolute in the fact that I deserve that plan. I deserve it. In the way it is, I deserve it. All I need to do is continually say to the Lord, I'm ready for that plan to manifest. I'm ready for that plan to happen, because I'm not going to sit here and live in a place where God doesn't want me to stay. Because if this was my earthly father, he wouldn't want me to be in a place where I'm suffering. He wouldn't want me to be in a place where I'm not doing well. And even if he did want me to be, that's not what God wants for me. So I think it's very important that I find out what God's will for my life is. And you know what his will is in the word that I read is that he has plans to prosper me and give me a bright future. So that's why I really just You know, as I was meditating, that was one of the things that really stood out for me, that I deserve it. I deserve it. And I'm not going to let anybody or any situation make me believe otherwise. I deserve what God has for me. I deserve what his plans are for me. And it's just so beautiful to even think about it. Just sitting here thinking about it, I'm just like, yo, the plans God has for me, that's what I want. You know, that was the first thing that really stood out for me. And one of the other things, of course, like I've already said, was really the leading and the guiding of the Spirit, to say, I submit my mind, I submit my heart, I submit my emotions, I submit my desires to the leading of the Spirit. That sometimes there's some things that you want that are not going to take you the direction that you should be going. You know, there are some things that are not going to ever give you what you are looking for. So sometimes just submit yourself and submit your heart, submit your desires, submit everything about you to the leading of the Spirit. Because you see, once you do that, you are then able to get what the Spirit wants for you. You are then able to then look at your life and be like, this is exactly what I want. You know, this is exactly what I need over and above every single thing. So that was another thing that really stood out for me, where I'm just there, inside his plan, inside his will, and listening to his Spirit. And recently, just yesterday or the day before, the sense of gratitude that has been overwhelming me is just so amazing, because I just look at how my life is and I'm just like, Lord, if it really was not for you, I probably wouldn't be here. So I'm just so grateful to God. And I just started saying gratitude for me is the most important thing. So this journey, I'm already grateful for the results. You know, I'm grateful for what God is doing. I'm grateful that he's giving me the ability to stick it out, because that's one thing about me. I'll really stick it out. Even sometimes when I know that it's for my detriment, but I'll really stick it out. I mean, I'm looking forward to day 75. I'm looking forward more to day 57. I'm looking forward more to day 42, because I know on day 42, I will not have accomplished something, but I will also have a vision. I will also have something to expect. I'll also have something to look forward to, you know. So the biggest thing about it is that day 75 is going to come. Absolutely going to come. Or it's going to come. The 16th, the 15th of December. The 8th. However, it is what I do between now and then that is going to change how I look at that day. That day, the 15th of December. How I'm going to look at that day is based on what I'm going to do in this period. And honestly, so looking forward to it. I know that God is going to perform. I know that I'm going to perform. And if this is something that you are thinking of doing, I'm really, really rooting for you. Even if you want to start with small changes, if it like wherever you want to start, today is if you needed a sign, today's that sign for you to start, you know, do the things that you need to do. Put it down, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. You know, one of the other things that I was able to do over the past couple of days is actually finish a book. Guys, I normally struggle, you know, finishing books, because, you know, there's a lot of that happens, and I touch here and I touch there. But in this season, I was actually able to start and finish a book. And that was Rory Sang's book. And I was very, very, very inspired by it. You know, and I don't know, maybe I should do a book recap or a book review, whatever we call it. But there was a lot that I liked in that book, and that I identified with, a lot that I even sit here and still remember because I identified with it. So we'll probably do a book recap in one of the other videos. But today, I just really wanted to come on here and say, it's day 25, baby. We're absolutely having fun. And we are not going to stop until we get to the finish line. Boo, 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 boo. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for getting to this point of the video. And if you are already here, please give this video a thumbs up. Please click the link and share it with a friend, with family, or whoever you think is going to enjoy content like this. I'm really grateful for the support. I absolutely love you. Have a beautiful day. Have a good one.